I am the joy, I am the light, I am the stars in the darkest of nights. I am all things, and all things are me, and I remember who I am. Hey everybody, it's Tanya here. Welcome to my channel where I work with high vibrational frequencies and energies and bring them through in light codes and light language activations for you in your spiritual awakening. Today I'm working with a galactic group called the Antarians, and I've worked with them before, but not for a while. You can check out some of the other videos up here. And they brought through a really nice message that is super helpful, especially if you're just starting your journey of self-awareness and self-discovery through the spiritual world, or if you're someone who's been at it for a while. So I hope you enjoy it, and we're going to create an incredible piece of art together. And here they come. It's the Antarians. Greetings, dear ones. It is us, the representatives of the Antarian Council of Light. We are delighted to be here in your presence again, in this newest timeline, in this now moment. For those of you that are drawn to our energy at this time, we are excited to see you, we welcome you, and we ask you to be present in this moment with an open mind and an open heart, as we are here to bring forward messages of love and support to assist you as you have this human experience as a being of light. And for you, you find that there are many challenges. And the primary, of course, is to become completely immersed into the energy of this earth existence, this exercise of playing in these lower dimensional frequencies and densities. Now, many of you have come to have simply the experience. Others of you feel that you are, in addition to that, wanting to create timelines of new divergental frequencies, of pulling old and new together to create portals and slots and channels for many souls to engage with and to create new pathways of energy and exploration. Now, to put this in simple terms, it means that there is a consciousness of thought and creation, of ideas, of what you might call the manifestation energy, where there is an intention and a singular thought towards an outcome. And this is happening with multiple souls and groups at the same time. Now, do remember that you are a multidimensional being. You have an existence here, but also on many other planes of existence. For you are all things, and all things are you. And this is part of your remembering at this time. And so it is a challenge in that you have this remembering of the vastness of your abilities and energy and light, and yet you also feel constrained and perhaps compromised by the earth experience, because that is part of what the earth experience offers. It creates for you an all-encompassing way of being. Now, we use a metaphor from the perspective of the conduit of camping, and inside this little experience of camping, you will have a tent, and when you are in the tent, it is your own little world, and you have your comfort and you have your idea of what is outside of the tent, but in your present moment you are inside and you see only what is around you. And this is very similar to the earth experience, for you are having it and it is all encompassing, and you know there is more outside, but yet you cannot see it because you are in that moment of experiencing. And this is the challenge, where many of you are opening up to remembering how you have this ability, power, light, connection to source, connection to all. You are remembering that you are part of this being Gaia, this earth that supports you, because you are inhabiting part of the earth. The body that you inhabit belongs to this realm. of which they come and they go, and they regenerate, they come back. And it is in this cycle that you are playing. And it has many aspects to it. And of course, you know that you have the density, you have the different experiences, you have the ability to see a very specific way of being as the human. You have an idea of the experiences open to you, of a particular lifespan, of different elements within this earth experience that you can engage with. You know that you can create, that you can form thought into matter, that you can bring information into your experience, and that you can create for yourself your own goals and ideals. And as you are doing all of this, having fun, playing, creating, manifesting, exploring, it is easy to forget that there is more outside. But then you have these small moments of remembering, and you say to yourself, that is correct. I am a being of light. I do identify with these new ideas and concepts, and I know that there is more than what I have been doing. And so perhaps you begin to feel less than. You feel that perhaps you were meant to do more, that you are not living up to your potential, that you are not on the life path, soul path that you thought you should be in these moments of remembering. And so we bring this message to you to allow you to give yourself the space to be who you are, dear one, and to know that you have not done anything wrong. There is no incorrect way. There is simply the choices of experience. And to know with that there are many other versions of you having a parallel existence, because again, you are multidimensional. And that there are many of these experiences happening at the same time. So if you feel that you are not doing, accomplishing, feeling, experiencing what it is that you feel you should be, allow yourself the space to know that in some way you actually are. And in addition to that what you are experiencing is valid, important, and required. Because, of course, one of the primary joys of being on the Earth planet is that it is a space of duality, and it is a free will planet, meaning you have the option to choose what you wish. And knowing that there is this duality, there is light, there is dark, there is up, there is down, there is heavy, there is light. All of it, a polarity. And so without this experience that you perhaps might feel isn't correct, it might feel any of the myriad of negative emotions, stress, angst, guilt, shame, regret, frustration, irritation, anger, and so on. You believe that it is not right to have those experiences, those feelings, those emotions, those vibrational interludes. But they are the polarity of the oppositional. And so without having these heavier density experiences, you cannot experience the light. And those of you that have the very darkest of experiences have within you the potential to hold the most light, for it is always in balance. And so you see that there is in fact, more than a validity of having the experience, it is a requirement. It is important for you to have those experiences because they do not exist in all dimensional frequencies. They do not exist in all planes. And so this is a joy and an excitement. Now, of course, you may not feel that in your day-to-day experience. Of course, you may feel very frustrated or stuck, or perhaps very angry that you are having these, what you call negative experiences, these lower level dense experiences. But it is in the larger picture, if you can pull back and allow yourself to see more and to know and to trust that you are more than the being that you are having an experience in this now moment, that you are so much more, and that is giving you the awareness, and that this is in fact a special opportunity because it is not available in other realms. Now, the point of this, to point out and bring forward this observation, is to A, remind you that you are more, and B, to allow yourself to see it with an awareness, to bring your consciousness forward and say, yes, these are experiences I am having, but they are transient. They are not forever. They are not the length of the lifetime as a human. And see that they are benefiting me because they give me a perspective to the moments where things are on the other side of the scale, where you feel lightness and joy, excitement, curiosity, movement, flow. Because it is, again, the duality. There is one, then there is the other. To appreciate the one, you must have the other. And to understand that as you are gathering these lower level experiences, it is also creating within you the space to hold more light. And so, in effect, dear one, you are simply, by having these challenging experiences, doing exactly what you feel you needed to do. You are holding more light. You are broadcasting that light out, whether that is with intention or whether that is simply through walking in your life and experiencing with others. And remember that the energy moves through all. So if you are having these experiences in what you would call your 3-dimensional real life versus your 2-dimensional internet life, they are both valid because you are bringing that energy that is you into these spaces. And as is mentioned by us and many others, this is where the cascade of opening into the new consciousness begins. Because your energy, your actions, your beingness, the way you are living your life and presenting yourself is viewed by those around you. And that can activate and trigger in them the impulse to be curious of their own energy, of their own choices. Oh, I see that so-and-so has done this experience that I have always wanted to do. What would that be like for me? Oh, I see that this person over here has been in a place that I am in. Perhaps you are feeling depressed. That person has been in depression and is now talking about how they have lifted themselves up and out of it and are exploring and sharing the options of which they did. And you can see that and say, that gives me an idea for myself. And do you see how that creates within you new thoughts, new pathways are opening up? And this goes back to what we spoke of in the beginning, where there is now this conscious intention of many souls at the same time to create these new panels and pathways and open spaces for new souls to walk into, to have new experiences. It is the lifting up and out of the old ways of beingness and allowing the space and freedom to think freely, to think uninhibited, and to remember that the thought can in fact create matter. To think of an idea, of an action, of a goal that you wish to pursue or create, and then you do that, and it brings it forward into your tangible experience. This is the art of thought into matter, of bringing energy forward. And we wish to clarify this concept, for many believe it to be much more extravagant, to be almost, to use a word of past, a magical experience or a miracle. And it is simply the knowledge that you are, or others are, focused with intention on creation of an experience, of a goal, of creating in your life experience something that you wish to have in the tangible. And bringing that forward over your time, whatever your timeline looks like, whether that is a short term or a long term. But it does pull it into your field of existence, and therefore you have created what you wanted from thought. There is an actor that is well known, and he sets forward a very creative example, one that is easy to understand. For many are still very focused on the paradigm of finance, of money, and of being in a sensation or a existence of lack, feeling that the answer to many of your problems will be solved simply by having the finance that you believe, whatever number that is for you to feel equates to the experience that you wish. And so this person, when young, decided that he wanted a particular amount of money. He wrote it down. He carried it around with him, and he had said to himself always, I will have this amount of money by this time in my life. And he did. And it is a story that inspires many. Now, of course, this is about manifestation and creation on a longer term. And what we are talking about is simply to use this as an example, that intention and goal setting does take thought into matter, because you are moving towards it, you are pulling it towards you. So it is not simply a matter of, to use this example again, to write down a number, to put it in your pocket and simply wait for it to show up. You are actively moving towards it. You are creating with intention and energy and action. And so this is where that concept of thought into matter, being magic, being something that only certain people can do, that you can only create it if you follow certain steps, if you follow the ideas and ideals of certain people or gurus or whatever you wish to call them, leaders or those that are creating courses or are creating very specific methods. But to open your eyes and use that as an idea, a jumping off point, shall we say, to create your own method is much more valuable, because you are already in alignment vibrationally with your thoughts and ideas, as opposed to trying to put it into somebody else's. And this is why many people find a frustration when they follow others and they cannot create the same results. It is because you are trying to put yourself into their energy field and you may not be there. And the importance again of this is to not judge yourself, because your energy field is just as valid in its own ways, just as desirable to others as you may desire someone else's. So do not feel that because you cannot do what others are doing, that you do not have worth. Of course you do. It is simply in your own way. And beginning to understand that and respect your own ways is what allows that freedom of movement and flow into these moments of pulling forward what you wish to have as an experience, or what you wish to have as a tangible item in your life. So we are talking today very much of the big picture of these concepts and ideas. But in the day-to-day, we simply remind you to allow yourself the freedom to be who you are, and to know that that is just as valid as any of those around you, of anyone that you might follow through social media, of anyone that you might admire in real life, or meet in real life, or through the internet. That what you have within you, what you have to offer, is just as important. And that is why you are here at this time. All souls here at this time have a purpose of their own, and many are working together to create, again, these pathways that others may follow. Many are working towards a common goal, but many are simply here to experience and have the opportunity to try different emotions, to try different densities. And so that is the message for today, to allow yourself the space of beingness, to be who you are, and to know that it is more than enough It is all. And when you begin to accept and enjoy, this is where the freedom of movement and your internal power comes from. So have fun, dear one. Play with the ideas, play with the emotions, explore different ideas. But remember always you can come back to yourself, to your heart, to your intuition, and know that it is just as powerful as anyone else that is around you. You have so much love and light and power within, dear one. It is time to embrace it and to love who you are, as we do, all of you. We thank you for being here with us in this now moment. We are representatives from the Antarian Council of Light, and it is our joy to be here with you in these moments of consciousness in this timeline. Another great message from the Antarians. I hope that resonated with you, and please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. You never know who you might be helping simply by sharing what you're going through. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.